What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to A Different Perspective. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button for your boy. So a couple of days ago, I told you guys about a content creator who I first came across well before the years of Kevin Samuel, and that was NIEKA Marie, the young lady on the left here. She had been putting out this type of content in regards to holding women accountable for years. For many years. She is blowing up. She had a few videos that go viral back in the day. She would always sit there from her phone and do her live streams. Most of her videos were live. This video that we're watching right here was actually a live that she did with Melanie, and I highly suggest y'all check her out too. I fast forwarded to the 13-minute mark. We're going to listen to some of this conversation. It's over an hour long, so I highly recommend y'all go over there to NIEKA's channel and check it out. I will have it linked down in the description box below. It's a great video, But yo, they're about to talk about how important it is for women to understand these conversations that men are having in regards to dating them, right? NIEKA, if you know her backstory, you know that she herself was one of these type of women that was always blaming the guys that she was dealing with, not realizing until she did realize that part of the problem was her, not only in herself but in her selection when it comes to men. She got herself a good man now, someone she calls a king. She got a crown tatted on her chest right here because now she's a queen, but someone that she calls and considers to be a black king, and that taught her, that schooled her on how to be a better woman, how to be a better person, right? Let's get into this video. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
That may be a little bit alarming. You know, it may come off a little harsh or whatever, but this is what we need. And I feel as though because we've been so pampered and pacified, you know, it really does get in the way of us being able to internalize the message and being able to correct the errors. Melanie, being nice and being sweet and tiptoeing around these type of, you know, conversations or topics, it does nothing for us. You know, women just sweep it under the rug. They don't want to hear it. But when somebody's being honest and direct and truthful, unfiltered, uncut, that's when we're more likely to listen. So that's why it's so important for us to have these kind of conversations in a no-nonsense, unfiltered, unwatered down type of way, because you know, most of us maybe didn't have that growing up to where somebody actually instilled these things or talked to us about it. So let's do it, you know, and hopefully when we do it this way, it will sink in and you'll be able to wake up and catch on to these things, right?
Yeah, so, one thing you said that really stood out to me when it is so hard to hear, you know, I'm an age, I just turned 40. I don't really care about your feelings, about what you think about me. Kick rocks, eat dust, whatever you got to go do. If you're living your best life, Godspeed and God bless. But I'm gonna be over here doing the work because, that's right, you know, only if you're in a good relationship, if things are working out, you wouldn't be offended. And actually, if you have been in a relationship with a man for a long time, you already. A lot of married women don't get mad at this. A lot of women who have a man who is somebody that a lot of women will want, or a man of value, they understand this.
Pause. Facts. You heard what she said? She says, if you're listening to these conversations and you're getting offended, then you're the one that needs to be listening to these conversations, essentially. She said, women that are married, that are in good, solid relationships, they already understand this stuff. They don't get offended by this. I got women that watch this channel that will agree with that. I got women that I talk to all the time that are in good, healthy relationships, married, that get all of this stuff.
So you're not going to hear a lot from some of the women who, you know, are already wifed up, because they for the most part understand. They may not understand at all, but they realize it takes more than just your looks and your body and you arriving to make a marriage, you know, function. It's illogical. And I think the thing is, when you talked about this, it just hit on me. Why is it so hard to hear? It's pride. It's pride, it's ego, and it's rebellion. And you know, this toxic feminism has taught us that women are just these goddesses and queens, and we need to be raised up, and you're more than enough, and all these other things. And it really creates a false sense of pride in women. And You know, they talk about pride comes before the fall. And when a woman comes at me and says, well, I don't have to, well, then kick rocks, go say la vie. Okay, you're in rebellion and pride, but you're not going to bring that negative energy over here because I'm going to give you that work. Okay, and so you can, you know, stay like that. That's perfect, because that means more women like us will continue to get picked while you over there dusty and mad. And it is what it is. I'm actually thankful for it, because you will not bring in toxicity to the men we want. And then they got to work through trauma, and then we're having to deal with your toxicity in the marketplace. Stay over there by yourself with your cats, your dogs, whoever.
Facts. This reminds me, I saw a clip on TikTok earlier today of this lady talking about she's been celibate for 10 years. And she's not giving her body to anybody for 10 years, and that she's about to do it again because of the men. She says these men are making it too easy for them to be celibate. And all I could think was, wow, you're just really bad at picking men. You could have got your nut off for all them 10 years had you been able to pick a man better than you do. Please do like she said, stay over there in the corner somewhere, so that you won't be out here damaging men. Stay over there and leave the good men to her and this other lady, but you know, she taking.
And whoever you want to deal with. But we're going to be continued as well. I think they think if they shout us down enough, put us down enough, call us names, it's like they're middle school. This shows you the level of intelligence.
Precisely, when they be out there calling women pick me for siding with men.
A lot of, you know, this is why
it makes me think of my homegirl Daphne, right? AKA Celebrity. Y'all know who she is, right? If you watch this channel enough, it makes me think about her and how so many women call her pick me, and how every single day these women are trying to deplatform her. Every single day she's fighting it to the point where she's getting a bit irritated, you know. And it goes to show you, it's like, you see just how many bad seeds there are when it comes to females in the dating market. Because if there's whole pages with thousands of people in these Facebook groups that's trying to deplatform this one woman who is doing right, who's not trying to degrade or bring down women or men, who's not talking bad about women or men, who's only trying to hold wrongdoers accountable, and people are trying to shut her down. It goes to show you there are two culprits in this game, men and women.
Critical thinking needs to be taught in the home and school. And a lot of these women are just very emotional outbursts. They don't really have the educational critical thinking skills to actually make arguments, so they rather just call names like children. Like I said, stuck as a child in all ways.
Remember what I said in the last video when I brought up NIEKA here? What did I say about that girl that I was talking to early 2021? Name calling. They stoop down to their childlike form instead of thinking critically, instead of thinking rationally. When they get angry, they want to get argumentative instead of saying things that are going to fix the dynamic of the relationship.
And so we're going to have to come to the, you're going to have to come to the end of yourself. You're going to have to repent from being so rebellious, from being so full of pride. And the fact that you're even throwing out names like a child, that just shows you your mind is gone, sis. What man? I don't even want to deal with you. What man would you? I'm sorry, I grew up with old school pastors, and they were like, listen, they called those things that they saw, like my father and things like that. And all these coddling of feelings, and everybody gets just, you know what, they don't got a problem when they watch a Real Housewives and the women are cussing each other out and fighting and putting each other down. They don't have no problem with the rap song telling about you know, put all these throat babies in you and all this other stuff. That's not offensive. That's sexy. In fact, they want those men. They want that type of thing. But us trying to help you improve, and we listen to men. Men talk to us. They are over here. The men you want talk to us. They're saying what they want. You'd rather live in toxic.
Look at NIEKA. I never seen her like this. NIEKA look like she got so much on her mind, like she want to talk so bad. But she's like, yo, this woman is spitting nothing but facts, nothing but gems. That's correct. Ladies, the men that you want are over here. When I say over here, I mean they're on this side. They're consuming this information because they already understand it to be true. And it just validates for them. When they get into their head and they're like, oh my God, this woman is so frustrating, they come back over here for some clarity, so that they can check themselves and know that they're doing right. Man, she's spitting. She is spitting.
Publicity and drama, and that's exciting and fun and cool. But something to challenge you, challenge your mind, how dare you? I'm just a sexual object. So,
Melanie,
did I do too much?
hey, whoopsie! Look, whoopsie! Get over here. Chill, sis just went off. She said, "Look,
40. This woman is gorgeous too. Both of them."
When real women that qualify, we don't have a problem with what's being discussed.
That's right.
See, you must be beneath. You must be a pass me chick. You must be
a pass me chick. That's a term that needs to be thrown out there more. Instead of a pick me, a pass me. Yes. I'm about to tell celebrity now, be like, hey girl, look, whenever them folks call you, whatever them chicks, them females be calling you a pick me, call her a pass me. Out here getting passed around, right?
A genetically modified modern day female over there, and you can't handle it. See, women that have men, women that are in alignment, women who know their worth, know their value, know what it takes, they don't have a problem. But see, y'all, low vibrational creatures.
And that's what it is. It's funny, they're saying the same things that I was thinking about when I was watching that video on TikTok of the girl that said she hasn't slept with any men in the last 10 years. And just like y'all were thinking, there were people in her comment sections telling her that she was capping as well. And I remember thinking the same thing. I was like, she's vibrating at a low frequency. And because she's vibrating on a low frequency, she was only able to attract what it is that she was vibrating at. I can say that because that was something that I myself dealt with. But now that my frequency has been turned up a notch, the type of people that I'm able to attract into my life are of better quality and on a higher frequency as well. You didn't have to be celibate for 10 years. You just had to turn up the frequency on your vibration.
This is what Melanie said. I gotta give it to you. I wrote like this so I can articulate it. She said, y'all low vibrational creatures. She said, y'all don't know how to keep a man. Y'all don't know how to satisfy a man. And so because we speaking the truth, you got to revert over to calling names. You got to resort to calling us pick-me's and mammies and stuff because your being cannot accept the truth that we're trying to deliver to you. That's what Melanie just said.
That's it.
And she said, sis, good. We're trying to actually help you, but guess what? Melanie, Miss Melanie, she fine. Yeah, she fine and 40. Yeah, I saw people in the comments like, damn, you 40? Girl, you look good like that. But they was like,
you over there. She got her guys. Does she not look like? Is she not looking like Poison Ivy?
She do.
With that fine Poison Ivy right now. and this is
two things about these two women right now that is very apparent. They're fit, they're feminine, and they're beautiful, and they're intelligent. These are women that I can have a conversation with that will be so mentally stimulating that I'll be turned on by it. I'll be so turned on by it. Cause I tell you, man, I done talked to some pretty dumb women. Boy, I'll be like, all right. Yeah, I got my face now.
Not illogical, and this is why you got to come out your feelings. You are an adult. Nobody cares about your feelings. We're dealing with facts and reality over
Woo!
here. Okay? You can feel what you feel, but the statistics and the facts say different. When I was a child, I thought as a child, but when I became an adult, I put away childish things, childish thinking, childish behavior.
Where they at, man? Where they at? Where they at? I'm telling you, this is why it's so important, fellas, to know who you dealing with, know who you talking to, know them, like really, really know them, right? Especially if you go change the title from single to relationship. Because this is where I'm at right now. I'm 34 years old. I will not grant a female a relationship if she don't got a head on her shoulders. I don't give a how fine she is. Man, this video's so good, I don't want to stop it. We got an hour left.
And it is so illogical. You're so... I mean, it's like you're missing a part of your cortex in your brain because you don't understand. By calling me a pick-me, okay, that's a compliment. Should I be like you? Just angry and bitter and mad? I gotta call names? It's so stupid. And this is the thing.
That's right. Ain't that something? She said, I would rather be a pick-me than to be like you, someone who is bitter and hurt and call people names.
The same one's called...
Miss Melanie, you froze up a little bit. We're gonna remove her and bring her back.
Oh, dang. But she was about to say something too, boy. I heard it coming.
I love how Miss Melanie said, she said, guess what, y'all stay that way. Yeah. We'll just have more options. We'll just have more men for us. We'll just have more men on our team, you know. See, Miss Melanie, like I was getting ready to say, she fine and 40 and newly single, ready to mingle. Yep. So she's like, look, while I'm trying to help y'all, that's fine if y'all want to listen. Okay, it's more for me to choose from.
Understand this as well, you guys. Understand this as well. Now, there's people out here that are struggling, that don't have the right mind frame when it comes to dating, both male and female. They're struggling when it comes to the dating market, but they are obtaining and acquiring the opposite sex, right? But understand, the people that have the correct mindset find it even more difficult to date, because the more you know, the less you accept. So Melanie, as intelligent as she is, coming out of a marriage where she had the right mindset, things just didn't work out, it's not going to be that easy for her to find a man that's vibrating on the same frequency as she is. All right, she's back, y'all.
Girl, why my internet act up? See, you see what they do to me?
You see, it must be
somebody at the internet company. Is she a pass me? And she was here and that and she said, you know,
they stupid. They said somebody at the internet company is watching that's a pass me, and they over here trying to shut her down. She's stupid.
I'm cutting the cord. I'm cutting that cable off.
Yeah, it's a pass me chick sending these pass me energies trying to shut you down.
It's funny how I said that's the term they need to start pushing more, and they over here using the heck out of it now.
That's so weird. I've never had that happen, so sorry guys.
It's okay.
There's a little struggle bus over here.
Mind you, this is the first time. This is basically a blind reaction. I haven't seen any of this video. I just knew it was going to be a good discussion.
It's all right. They tried it. Pass me. Try again.
They tried me too.
They tried it.
All right, you're gonna watch probably about another 5 more minutes, and I'm gonna let y'all watch the rest on your own. This is too good.
But you know, getting back to the discussion, one of the things that I'm you know, right now, I actually think if you're calling a woman a pick-me, if you're offended by the question, or if you put somebody down for asking that question, you are actually against women. You are actually for women being sexual objects. There should be.
And the question is, and it seems as though it's been that since the beginning of this video to some degree, is what do you bring to the table? That's the question, right?
More women speaking out against you because you only see us for our externals. Why do we fight for all the rights we have now? Why you're going against what women want to be seen? You want to be seen as something more than just their bodies and their looks.
Hey, Yo, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that they using this term, this past me right now, because for every woman I can hear them say, oh, these two, they just picked me. They just picked me. Okay, you a past me. Miss Single, done had a bunch of men in your life. Can't get one to marry you. You a past me. You come and go. Shit.
You are actually, there should be more of an outcry that some women are offended and actually are attacking women who are trying to bring more to the table than just their body.
That's right.
So you see how the
so crazy, so crazy.
Narrative actually makes no sense.
None.
If you actually broke it down to its basics, it's illogical to even be upset. But I think the core thing is
hallelujah. I knew I wasn't crazy. I'm over here thinking about the video that I did on my female friend that had DM'd me. We were messaging each other, and she said all this nasty stuff about men that are wondering what it is that women bring to the table, and how those men, when they ask that question, they're in their feminine state, that they're showing their panties and all this type of stuff. I'm like, what? What's wrong with you? I see why you're single.
Gotta show women. A lot of women don't know what men need, don't care what men need.
That's the one.
They are not willing to do the work to get to that place.
Yeah.
And it's laziness, pride, and like I said, rebellion. And so rather than try to change and do something more, let me try to put down the women who meet those criteria or are willing to ask those questions, because that challenges me. That means men may choose them. That means no, all of us need to stay the same so I don't have to grow and develop.
Woo! Dang, she said something there. Yo, I gotta send this to Daphne. Hey, that's my homegirl right there. That's family right there. To reiterate what she said, women that see women that are doing well, that are logical thinkers, that are sound-minded when it comes to this whole thing, they see them as a threat. And they're trying to shut them down because women are realizing two things. One, they're realizing that guys are going to pick the better woman, the more sane and logical one, over her. And then the second thing they're realizing is, oh, wait, I'm going to have to work on myself. I'm going to have to better myself. I don't want to put in that work. Let's just all be equal. Let's just all be the same.
You need to be like me so you can stay as a past me like I am.
True. She said you need to be like me so you can stay as a past me like I am. God dang. I got to go back on that.
Grow and develop. You need to be like me so you can stay as a past me like I am.
And also on after that, so we can be on the same playing field. I don't want you to have an advantage over me. So if we are all the same, then that automatically makes it to a point to where men just have to accept us all because we're all essentially the same.
Yeah.
Right. That's
so
exactly
now all men have to tolerate our poor attitudes and all of this, because no matter where he goes, we're all going to have bad attitude. We're all going to be pass me chicks, pass around, you know. And so that too. And I love that. I love that. Absolutely.
All right. I got to keep it going a little bit longer, y'all. This is too good.
We had a question from Bobby earlier. And I don't know, your internet was down, so. All
right, this should be good. It look like there's going to be somebody that's in the live stream chat that's asking a question, and let's see these women's give an answer.
Oh, I doubt that you heard what the question was, but let me see if I can find it.
Let's go.
He asked about chameleons, and how do you feel about a lot of these chameleons that are popping out? You know, because he was basically saying in so many words what you were saying, as far as, you know, real women, we don't have a problem with questions such as these. It's those chameleons that have a problem with, you know, asking the important questions, because, you know, it's something that they're trying to hide. They're trying to camouflage.
Yeah, I know I kind of talked about this. I didn't use the term chameleon, but I talked about how necessary certain questions are to know and understand the person that you're dealing with, right? Because these chameleon women out here who are disguising themselves as one thing only to reveal something else later on, if you ask them certain questions, then guess what's going to happen? they're going to give you the only answer that they can, which is the one that's true to them. So then you will know if they're a chameleon in disguise.
And then he went on to ask, how do you feel about chameleons popping up, pretending to be these submissive, supportive, in alignment with men type of individuals, and then they come to find out that they're really not. How do you feel about these chameleons popping up everywhere?
Let's hear what Melody has to say.
Everywhere.
We learning something, y'all. I'm learning a lot right now.
I think, you got to watch a person over time. You got to ask the right questions. You got to really, anybody can present anything. Like, my channel's new. No one should trust me. I could be a chameleon. Like, I'm doing this because I'm ready to trick off with men's money and, I don't know, go live my best life. I don't know. But you should. That's critical thinking. That just trusting someone off rip and just, I need to see your body of work. I need to see who you are over a period of time.
Correct.
And not just that, like, this is why it's important, especially when you're dating, to not just date. You need to court with intention, date with intention. You are, asking the right questions, or even if you're getting like responses. And a lot of times, see, a chameleon will have a planned response to the questions that we know. That's why I don't think anybody should ever ask again, what do you bring to the table? There needs to be another list of questions, because they can say these things, but you need to be asking questions that make them actually have to give a real answer. Yes. To go deep. Like one thing women say, I'll be his peace. I had a conversation today with a friend of mine, a guy friend of mine, and we were talking about, what does peace look like to a man? What do you mean by that? And so as he was explaining it to me, so a lot of times women will say that because it's just a talking point. It's easy just to say, and
it sounds great, but I don't even think they really understand what it means to be a man's peace. How you gonna be his peace? That can look like, I can give two examples of what that can look like. It can look like you not being angry, argumentative, and combative with that man all the time. It can look like that, or it can look like, as he's dealing with the battles of the world, when he comes home to you, you comfort him, right? You ease his mind. It can look like many things, and that's what it will look like for me. That's what I'm looking for when a woman says, I can be your peace, right?
Quiet, I can, when you come home, there's no arguing, there's no this and that. When a woman is saying she doesn't ever argue, she never gets upset, things like that's a red flag, because none of us are perfect. Right. Even the pick-me's over here, we're still people. We're all works in progress. So you're looking for perfect answers.
Hey, you know what though? It does kind of sound like a positive term when you put it in the way that they are, right? As far as the word pick-me, it's like, well, I'm the one worth being picked. I'm the one worth being picked. Some people might think of the word pick me like pandering, but no, it's like, well, look, I'm the one that's showing you that I'm deserving of being picked. And you're the one that's showing me that you're deserving of being what? A pass me.
Do not ask direct questions about, because she can just kind of give the canned responses. Yep. I think somehow we need to cultivate some things to help men actually ask the right things.
I'm glad that she said that. I'm glad that she said that, because as I was thinking, I can see it now. There's gonna be guys in my comment section asking me, yo, what would be the right questions to ask so that I can get the solid and real answers from these women? Because like I told you before, it's unnecessary to ask that what do you bring to the table question. That's not a question that I would ask, because they know that they can give you what you want to hear, on top of the fact that you're kind of summing up what will be the entire relationship in that one question. And that's not how it will work, because someone can offer you something that you may not necessarily know that you need from them, and they might not necessarily know that they can offer you, but it's part of what they have to bring to the table.
The person has to answer a certain way. They can't just throw out a canned answer. Yep. It will go deeper. Yeah. But off rip, don't trust anybody. Surely don't trust me. I mean, I'm new on the scene. You don't know what I'm about. So, but I have confidence with who I am, and I, let a person win you over.
But you can tell though. You can tell when you listen to certain people talk. usually if they have something of value to say, rather it's something that's worth listening to and accepting and adapting to, or if it's something that's a bunch of BS that they're feeding you because really they're pandering, and you just need to go ahead and throw that information that you just obtained from them out the window. But y'all, like I said, I'm gonna leave the link to this video down in the description box below. I'm gonna keep listening to it right now on my own, but I don't want this video to run too much longer. Y'all know what time it is. You like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stay tuned for more. As always, you can follow your boy on the gram and Twitter at Artofkickz, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. See ya.